Not everyone talks about where they came from, but many people carry it in how they think and choose. Psychology explains that early instability shapes how the brain measures safety and risk long into adulthood. If you've ever felt out of sync with how others enjoy comfort or security, that feeling isn't random. There are real patterns behind it that most people never notice. And if this resonates quietly, staying subscribed may help you understand why. 1. You learned to be low maintenance. Too early. This isn't about being easygoing or independent by nature. It's about learning, very early on, that needing less felt safer than asking for more. Psychology explains that when resources are limited, the nervous system adapts by minimizing demands and emotional visibility. Over time, the brain associates being low maintenance with reducing tension, avoiding disappointment, and keeping the environment stable. You may have learned to stay quiet about preferences, to not take up space, or to feel uneasy when attention is focused on you. What others see as simplicity often began as a way to avoid becoming a burden. 2. You feel uncomfortable spending money on yourself. This discomfort isn't about discipline or self-control alone. It reflects a deeper emotional response shaped by scarcity. Research suggests that growing up with limited resources conditions the brain to treat spending as potential loss rather than reward. Even when money is available, the nervous system can react with guilt, tension, or hesitation, as if something important is being taken away. You might overthink small purchases, delay replacing things you clearly need, or feel undeserving of comfort. The reaction isn't logical in the moment, but it follows a pattern learned when every expense mattered. 3. You're hyper-aware of prices. This level of awareness isn't simple frugality, it's vigilance. Psychology shows that repeated exposure to financial uncertainty trains the brain to constantly scan for cost, value, and risk. Prices don't register as numbers. They register as signals. You may notice costs instantly, compare options automatically, or feel physical discomfort when something feels too expensive, even without checking your balance. This sensitivity developed as a way to stay ahead of potential problems, long before financial safety was guaranteed. What looks like overthinking is often a mind that learned to stay one step ahead. 4. You associate stability with safety. This association doesn't come from preference, it comes from conditioning. Psychology explains that when early life feels unpredictable, the brain learns to equate stability with survival. Consistency becomes calming, not because it's boring, but because it signals that nothing bad is about to happen. You may feel drawn to routines, steady environments, or predictable outcomes, while sudden changes trigger unease that's hard to explain. Even positive uncertainty can feel threatening, because your nervous system learned that safety came from knowing what was next. What others call playing it safe is often a deeply ingrained response to earlier instability. 5. You're afraid of wasting anything. This fear isn't about being practical or environmentally conscious. It's about respect for resources that once felt scarce. Studies suggest that when access to food, money, or necessities is uncertain, the brain assigns emotional weight to every item. Throwing things away can trigger discomfort, guilt, or a sense of loss that feels disproportionate to the object itself. You might save items just in case, finish things long past enjoyment, or feel uneasy discarding anything that still has use. These reactions formed when waste wasn't abstract, but a reminder of vulnerability. 6. You struggle to ask for help. This struggle isn't rooted in pride, it's rooted in adaptation. Psychology shows that when help wasn't reliably available, the brain learned self-reliance as a protective strategy. Depending on others felt risky, uncertain, or disappointing. So the nervous system adjusted by lowering expectations. You may hesitate to ask, even when support is reasonable, minimize your needs, or feel discomfort receiving assistance. What looks like independence is often a learned response to having no guarantee that help would come. 7. You downplay your struggles. This tendency isn't about denial or emotional distance. It comes from learning that your difficulties were less important than simply getting through the day. Psychology explains that when stress is constant, the brain adapts by normalizing hardship instead of processing it. You may describe difficult experiences casually, brush off moments that were genuinely heavy, or feel uncomfortable when others take your pain seriously. Compared to what you've already endured, your struggles can feel not that bad, even when they clearly mattered. This downplaying became a way to keep moving forward without slowing down to feel everything at once. 8. What this childhood leaves behind. Taken together, these patterns form a quiet psychological structure built around protection, efficiency, and emotional restraint. None of them are flaws. They are the brain's attempt to create safety in an environment where safety wasn't guaranteed. Psychology shows that early scarcity doesn't just shape behavior, it shapes perception, teaching the mind what to notice, what to fear, and what to conserve. Long after circumstances change, these adaptations can remain, not because you failed to grow, but because they once worked. Understanding this doesn't erase the patterns, but it does explain why they've felt so familiar for so long. At its core, this isn't a story about money or childhood conditions. It's a story about how the brain learns to protect itself, and how those lessons quietly shape adulthood long after the original threat is gone. If parts of this felt familiar, it may be because your mind was doing exactly what it needed to do at the time. Being able to recognize that is not weakness, it's awareness. And if content like this helps you feel a little more understood, staying with the channel can be a gentle way to keep exploring these patterns together.